Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 116. I am still in the same city from yesterday. It's just after midnight, and I am heading off to a casino with a hotel. The plan is to get a room and hopefully put money in a safe, and then playing some blackjack, playing some slots, going out of the area to another area, playing there, and then coming back by checkout in the morning. I think it's very possible to do. We'll see what happens. Right now, like I said, heading off to the hotel. This is part 2 of my overnight. So letting you go for now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, starting off the new day with a little bit of a crisis, but nothing we can't handle. So I go into this casino, can't play blackjack, it's full. Slots are terrible. I end up making like $31 on slots. No problem. Let's get a room. We'll rest a little bit. We'll come down in a few hours and check things out. I go to the hotel area. They're sold out for tonight. Can't go on to the next casino because I have too much money. So, right now I'm kind of stuck in an area here. Unless I drive 1 to 2 hours, and it's already 1 a.m. right now, unless I drive 1 to 2 hours, I've got nowhere that I can get for free. I don't know what I'm going to do as of this point, so I don't know. Right now I'm stuck between places, and I don't have a hotel room, so let me figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll be back to update you. Plus 31 at that place. Alright guys, I am back just to give you a brief update of where we are right now. I did not get a hotel room. Instead, I went back to one of the previous casinos, and I walked around, looked at some slots. I was down a couple dollars on slots. And I decided to play some poker. So I go to the poker room, and I was playing 1-2 no limit. I was doing okay, and made one bad call at the end there. Ended up losing my stack and ended the session down $200. Then I decided to play some blackjack. And go to the blackjack area, sit down, start playing. You know, I'm treading water, not much is happening, low counts all the way through. I'm in for 500, then I'm in for 1,000, then I'm in for 1,000, and the count starts going up. And then I rebuy for 500 more, so I'm in for 1,500. The count starts going up. I start raising my bet, 100, 200, 300, 400. And by the time the shoe ends, I'm still at a true like 3 or 4. And I end up leaving after that shoe plus 1,400 after about 35 minutes. So plus 1,400 on the blackjack. And then I went back and looked at slots again, and walked around for a while, didn't see much at all. And on my way out, I saw a couple machines, played those through, and ended the slot session ahead $69. So minus 200 on the poker, plus 1,400 on the blackjack, plus 69 on the slots, and that's where we are. It's now about 3:40 a.m. and don't know at this point what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is head over to a different casino, take one quick lap of the slots, and then probably take a nap in the parking garage. The one I'm in right now is not too bad actually, but yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not too far away from here, and take a nap there for an hour or so. Get up around 5 o'clock, and catch up on my work for the office, and then start getting ready for my day. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back. It is 4:35. I went to this other casino and I got some food. They actually had food open. till 4 a.m. And then I started making my way around, and I was just finishing up my lap looking at slots. And I hadn't found anything when one of these degenerates called me over. Hey, over here. Hey, you got $20 or $40 I could borrow? I'll give it back to you. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not doing good. Yeah, look at this. Look at this screen. It's going to pop anytime. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. It says it in the rules that all that is a false thing. It doesn't mean anything. It's not going to win. He wouldn't listen to me. So he had 22 $1 bills. He put in one at a time, lost those. Then he had me sit in the chair for him while he went, and he had 2 pockets full of change. All of it added up to $5. He went and put the $5 in the machine. He had $10 free play. He played that through, and then he had me sit in the chair again while he went to the ATM to get a 20. And when he came back, I said, look, I gotta go. I gotta get some sleep. And I let him go. But he wanted me to loan him money. You don't loan money to a degenerate gambler. You never get it back. Why would he need to borrow money if he knew what he was doing and he was a good gambler? Think about that. So anyway, right now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick nap, and then I'll be back and we'll start our day. So 4:35 and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. It is 6:55. I got a couple hours in the car. Was not the most comfortable rest, but I did get some rest. And I don't know that I'm that much more energetic, but I went back into the casino. Thought I'd get myself a drink of water, use the restroom. Walk in, first thing I see is that guy. Hey, what's going on? You know what happened? I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear this story. Tell me about how he got screwed over and he can't believe it, and how the casinos have been killing him lately. I'm like, you're an idiot. You tell me that you want to play something, I tell you it's not a play, and you go ahead and play it, then you lose, and you complain that they're killing you. It's not a play. Then he's taking me around trying to show me stuff. I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here. I just came in and used the restroom. I'm leaving. And he's like, fine, go. My daughter-in-law has $72 that she's bringing me, and then I'll be able to play it. I'm like, okay, go ahead and play it. This is the guy who brought the gangster in and told him that he guaranteed that he would win on a game that I told him not to play at all. He brings this guy in, he loses whatever, $3,000 or $4,000. He's pissed at him. He's ridiculous. So, needless to say, I walked in, did not get a chance to look at anything, and I ended up leaving that casino. And like I said, right now it's just about 7 o'clock. I am heading over to another casino, going to check out the slots, maybe or maybe not play blackjack. We'll see how I feel, and we'll just take it one step at a time. So I'm going to let you go right now. I'm going to go to this casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So I go to the next place. I go and look at some slots first, and I'm getting hit pretty hard before I go play blackjack. I'm down about $200 on slots. I go play some blackjack. I'm back there for about 30 minutes or so. Have some decent variance. I'm above where my minimums. Then I get a really negative count, and I get up and leave the table. And at that point, I was ahead $900. So plus 900 on the blackjack. Then I went back to the slots, played that for a while, and ended my session ahead 146 on the slots. There was a lot of walking for sure already. Right now it's almost 9 o'clock. and I've already walked 8,000 steps today. So yeah, getting pretty busy with those steps, but plus 900 on the blackjack, plus 146 on the slots. I want to hit at least one more place before leaving the area, and then yeah, we'll figure things out from there. So right now, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to move on to another spot, and then I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, went through the morning meeting, went into the next casino, and looked at slot machines first. Now, I've been here, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours ago, probably 4 hours ago, and really didn't find anything, but looked again, found a couple tiny plays, paid me $3, so I was ahead $3 on slots, and then went and played some blackjack, had some decent variance, not too rocky. I think my low for the session was only like minus 200 or something like that. The same crowd that was serving me yesterday morning was here, and they're going to be off their shift in a couple hours. So that's how long I've been gambling. So I gambled on all 4 shifts, because the 3 shifts and then the first shift again. So definitely having a long day, but came out okay. Ended my session ahead $550, and right now I am heading off to another spot. I'm heading toward home, and we'll see what we can come up with. I need to get on my PC and get some stuff done for work, and we'll see where it goes from here. But I think we've had a great day, a great overnight, and I think overall I'm ahead about $6,000 for the last 24 hours or so. So can't really beat that. So although I didn't get a hotel room, I was able to get more money because of it. And like I said, right now I'm moving on to the next spot. Sun is shining, 68 degrees outside. I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So I gotta tell you, this last day has just been a blur. I don't even know how many sessions I had. I know it's a lot of sessions of blackjack, a lot of sessions of slot machines, a lot of walking. Like I had said early this morning, whatever, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I was already over 7,000 steps. Now I'm over 9,000 steps already, and I don't know what I had yesterday. Take a look here. Yesterday I had 13,000 steps, so that's quite a bit when you're talking about local. Like, you're not really, by local I mean I'm not walking out on the street from place to place. It's all indoor walking. So but overall I feel like the last day has had low variance, not too many bumps. It's been smooth, which is something that I really needed just to get myself going in the right direction. I don't want to say my confidence was down, but it probably was. When you have a big slide and get back to even, then have a big slide and get back to even, after a while you start thinking, am I just gambling, or am I doing this the right way? And it's actually good, because it made me examine myself. And you know, I still count cards at home. I still do little tricks for the kids. You know, pick a card, I bet you it's a high, it's a low, it's a medium. So I still do all that stuff. And I'm still listening to podcasts, still watching videos, still having my phone read books to me. So a lot of these books that you guys know about, I've read a bunch of times, but not because I'm a good reader, because I'm not. And normally I wouldn't read that quickly, and I don't have time to sit and read. So on my Android phone that I have, if you have a PDF of a book, you can actually ask it to read the PDF to you. So sometimes it'll read like page numbers and copyrights and stuff at the bottom of the pages, but you know, it's not perfected yet, but it really helps a lot. And you can change the speed of it also and make it read faster to you as well. So I can recommend that for people who are traveling a lot, but the point is I'm still staying in the game. I'm still keeping fresh. I'm still looking at charts, looking at deviations, making sure I have things right. And, you know, there for a while, I just had some horrendous variance. And some of the biggest things that frustrate you the most is too many dealer blackjacks, too many pushes on 20, and a bunch of losses on splits and doubles. I mean, that's really the majority of what the frustration is. You know, if I have an 8 and the dealer has a 9 and I lose 18 to 19, you know, okay, I get it. You know, that makes sense. But when I have a 20 and the dealer has a 4 and draws 5 cards for a 20 or 21, that's pretty frustrating. So getting over those emotional hurdles are a big deal. Let me talk to you a little bit about, I don't want to say dealer control. I want to say political correctness. I don't know. Basically, I want to talk about making sure that the casino likes you and thinks of you as a normal ploppy, and is willing to deal to you, willing to have you in the games, and actually welcomes you to the games. And this is something that came naturally for me because I used to play blackjack as a ploppy, and when I transitioned over, it was easy for me just to keep doing the same thing as far as my act, because it used to not be an act. I would go in, I would be suffering through the ups and downs. I would be upset. I would, you know, smack my hand on the table. You don't want to overdo that, obviously. You don't want to have any trouble, but just out of frustration, and, you know, you'll have an easy decision in front of you, and you'll just pause and take a deep breath and say, oh man, I know what's going to happen here. You know, those type of things, those sound like they're nothing. They're a lot, because they're building an impression of you on the other side of the table. So when you first see a ploppy come to the table, you know right away what kind of person they're going to be. If they're going to be a total idiot that has no clue about how to play at all, if they're going to be a basic strategy player, or if they're going to be a card counter, you can see that pretty quickly. So since you can see that, you can fit yourself into that mold as well. And, you know, I harp on this stuff a lot, but look at yourself and look at your image. I mean, the clothes that I wear like a plain shirt, sometimes with a pocket, sometimes without, no logos on my clothes, shoes with no logos on them. I mean, I'm like the least, I don't stand out, but when people see me and they know me, they see me as just a regular guy, a regular player. I'm not flashy. I don't have a, you know, nice watch on, or flashing around the newest phone, or jewelry, necklaces, things like that. I'm not wearing, I see people wearing like Gucci glasses, or these, you know, bracelets and stuff, or these designer things, or their little place where they store their money is Gucci, or what, you know, all these things. Why do you do that? If you're a card counter, you want to show them that you're making money? Are you trying to impress them with your skills? No, you want to do the opposite. You want to talk about how much you're losing. Oh man, last night I lost $1,400. If I can get half of it back, I'd be so happy. Oh man, I was at the other table. I brought chips with me from the other day because I forgot to cash them. I lost all of them at that other table. Oh man, so he's already down X amount of dollars, and he didn't use cash. So CTR wise, you know, it doesn't get you in trouble either. You know, all these different things. Or you know, I'll see 42 cents in a slot machine, I'll cash it out, and when I go to the table, I'll put it on the table face up, so they see 42 cents, and they'll say, oh, you were playing slots? I'm like, yeah, you want to see what $500 looks like? And I show them the 42 cents. So they think you're down $500 on slots. Card counters don't play slots, you know. These are all big things that are going to make them think, you know, there's no way you're a card counter. If I get a blackjack with an odd number of quarter chips out there, I'm going to get 2 nickels and either $2.50 piece or a $2.50 chip. And I'll put that out for the dealer, or I'll put that out on a side bet and tell the dealer we're going to split it. It's $2.50. My EV is like $75, $80 an hour. That $2.50 once an hour, and if they lose it, then you're like, man, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry I put that out the wrong time. They're on your side now. You're on their side, so they're on your side. So, I hope I'm not, I hope you're finding it something that's giving you some ideas about how to do things that will help you get backed off less. And that's the whole point of this. That, along with my strategy of leaving, between $500 and $1,000 ahead, and if you get one of these guys that come to the table and they're playing out of their pockets, then I'm rat holing too. If I'm playing $100 chips and they're playing quarters, I'm going to get some quarters. If my bet's 200, I'm going to make it 225, and I'm going to start having a bunch of quarters in front of me. I'm going to start rat holing them. And when I'm out of quarters, I'm going to color down another 100 and maybe place one bet with a quarter, and then start, anything that you can do to rat hole like that. It's free money when these guys come to the table and play out of their pockets. So anyway, getting long-winded here. I'm going to let you go. I'm still, I don't know how far away. Let me see. There's a mile marker up here. I'm about 20 miles away from the next casino, so I'll be back with you shortly. All right, guys, I'm back. I was just thinking, you can't make this stuff up. Like, if you wanted to produce this show in a studio, you couldn't come up with all the stuff that happens in real life. The saying, real life is stranger than fiction. I mean, the things that happen sometimes in life, like that 500th episode, if I made 13,000 or 12,000 on that, it would put me over 600 and over 600,000, and I got crushed. And I thought that day was just going to be an ordinary day, make a couple thousand, come home, and celebrate 500. And it's just, you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, 600 will be better. I go into the next casino, and I have free food starting at 11 o'clock, but it's not 11 o'clock yet, so I didn't want to wait for it, so I just abandoned it. I'm not going to sit around even for 10 or 20 minutes for no reason for just a little bit of food, so I let that go. But I walked around this place, and it's pretty much empty right now. And whoever worked on this place last night did a decent job. And I found pretty much nothing. I think I made one play and made $13, right? $13. And really, that's it. I mean, it was pretty empty in there. I did walk around and look at their tables and what kind of games they're presenting, and right now the free bet tables are outnumbering the blackjack tables, and that's concerning. And I don't know, I need to look into this. Is there a way to beat free bet? And I think I have thought about this before, and the answer is yes, but that your spread would have to be huge, and you would not follow the normal conventions that they would present to you. Like, they even tell you to split fives because it's a free split, but they don't tell you that you're risking your initial investment. So you're risking 100% of your money to maybe win twice as much, but you take yourself from a great position with a 10 to a terrible position with 2 fives. But yeah, I'm going to have to think about that a little bit. But I ended up that session, I had $13. While we were at the Indian Casino, as we were leaving, I thought, well, let me go to the gift shop. Maybe I can find something for my kids. And I really didn't find anything. Usually there's some kind of knickknacks or, wing wangs or something that you can buy that would be suitable for children. But everything there was just not, something that you can give a kid. Plus, I hate the fact that everything that you buy at places like that has the casino name. But what are you going to do? That's the whole point, is for them to advertise, right? One thing I did buy, though, is I bought two things. I bought some decks of cards that were used in the casino. So I'm not sure if you know, if you go to Dollar Tree, you can get what they say is Vegas cards, but they don't feel like Vegas cards to me. They almost feel like they're thinner. So I don't know if it's a company actually producing them saying they're Vegas cards. But this place actually was selling their casino cards, their actual B cards, and they're very nice, and they were selling them for $1.30. So I really couldn't say no. They had 4 different colors, so I got 2 of each color. And I have so many decks of cards at home that I've been using for 3 or 4 years. They're just so worn out. You know, some of them don't have edges anymore. They're all rounded and stuff. So it'll be good to get rid of those and have some new cards. I also bought a money belt, and in all this time that I've been doing this, and generally carrying between 20 and 30,000 most of the time, I never used a money belt, and I'm always uncomfortable with things touching my skin, so I wasn't really sure how I would, like it. But I found one that was nice, and it seemed to fit. The only thing that I was concerned about was it was made out of like a plastic material, and I was looking for the seam where they sewed it together, and there's no seam. They kind of like melted it or fused it together. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it and see what kind of wear it gets early on, and if it's no good, I'm just going to get rid of it. It's not worth risking it. But so right now I put about 20 in it just to see how it would be. I'm wearing it right now. I'm driving with it on because I want to see if it's comfortable. I walked around with it under my shirt in the casino, and walked around, sat at slot machines and stuff, and it seems like it's pretty good so far, but we'll see. Right now, driving with it on, it feels like it's kind of digging into my skin a little bit, but we'll see. And maybe we can adjust things and maybe have a t-shirt on under, undershirt or something like that. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But I thought that was interesting. It was like $16, so not terrible, worth a try. Let me see. Thinking back also, there was that single deck table, and I wanted to crack at it just to say that I'd played one. I know it was 6 to 5, and you'd have to have a pretty big spread, and they probably only play 10 hands, I would think. So if you have, 5 people, they'd play 2 hands. If you had 1 person, they'd play maybe 10 or 8 hands or something like that. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure they play less than the full deck, less than half the deck, I mean. But it would have been interesting just to play it for a minute. I think the limit was really low. I think it was, I took notes on it. I think it was, sorry about that, someone at our door. I think, where's my notes, that the limit was $10, maybe here. Single deck, $15 to $300. So it might be worth messing with it next time we go there. And my friend that was with me collects casino chips, and he forgot to get some chips from there. But next time we go up, we'll do that. Let me think here. The other thing is we're going on a cruise without the kids, but I want to take the kids somewhere this summer, even if it's just 3 or 4 days. And I had mentioned the guy that I knew that had a cabin. I'm going to get in touch with him in the next week or so and see if we can go visit it. Or it's not a cabin, it's more like a beach house or something like that. Maybe we could go visit it, and there's some Indian casinos in that area as well. So maybe we'll do a 2-day trip to that area. He'll show me where all the hiking and fishing and all that kind of stuff is. We'll sleep there, and then go to the casinos from there, and then come home, and I can make that into like a 2-day episode as well. So that's really everything that's going on right now. I've got a lot of meetings this afternoon. I'm off to an early start getting home though, so I should be home pretty early before most of the meetings are over. and I can actually sit at home in my chair and do the meetings. And I may even be able to get out and do something else, maybe one pass at the slot machines or something like that. So, yeah, I think you're pretty much caught up. I think I'm caught up on all my email. If you asked me a question through email and I didn't reply yet, that means I didn't get it, or I thought I replied, so send it to me again. And if you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you tomorrow.